Hi Stampers, my name is Sandy Hancock. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I am coming to you from Southern California. Today is Monday, November the 11th, 2024, and I'll just have to tell you we had a little excitement here this week. Not related to stamping. When we have high winds out here, they turn the electricity off. So when I woke up Wednesday morning, I had no electricity, and they didn't turn it on until Thursday at 5. So almost 2 days without electricity. Needless to say, I didn't do any stamping then. Okay, so today, Pretty Petals. This is one of the new sets that was just released on November the 5th. And it is really, really beautiful. So I'll show you. It's very simple. I haven't even used these dies yet. I'm just using the stamp. So here's the greenery, and here's the number of flowers together right here. Okay, so this is the card I'm going to be making in a minute, but before I make this one, I'm going to make a really simple version of this card because I want you to see how versatile this set is. You know, sometimes you just like to have a card that you can make, and maybe you can pop out, 10 of them at one time. And okay, I just went and washed my hands because I think I've gotten ink all over them. Do you have a sand eraser? If you don't, you would be so happy if you would get one. Get them on the internet. They're very inexpensive. And when you get little smudges on things, they save the day. Okay, so here we go. And this is the card I'm going to make. Super simple. The greeting that I'm using actually comes from another one of the brand new sets, but you don't have to use this one. This is Sending Lots of Love. This is the Hearts of Elegance, another brand new set that's available. So I'm going to be using this one in the future too, but right now I'm going to use Sending Lots of Love just because I can, because it's new. And I'm going to try not to get ink on my fingers. Okay, so here we go. Sending Lots of Love. I think you can still see this. Okay, good job. All right, I'll set that up here. Then I'm going to get Shaded Spruce. That was real red. And of course, you could do this in any color you wanted. Okay, now I'm going to move that out of harm's way. I'm going to apply the ink to the stamp just because I think I can get more ink on it. That may not be true. But anyway, and I'm going to move this so that I can actually really get a sense, there we go, of which way this is going. This is going to be something you recognize as distinctive stamping. So you can see that it's shaded. And I didn't have to do it. I just stamped it and boom, there it is, shaded. So that's called distinctive stamping. Now, the flowers, I'm making red, but like I said, you could make this absolutely any color. If your favorite color is purple, make it purple. If it's pink, make it pink. I have a purple friend and a pink friend. I mean, a friend who loves purple and a friend who loves pink. So I would always know which one to send them, right? Okay, now, when you look at this flower stamp, it can kind of make you crazy. How in the world do you line it up? Well, you look for the little hole, and then the flower underneath it fits on this stem right there. Okay, so I'm going to huff it, and then I'm going to line that one up. I might be getting my head in the video, I'm not sure. And let's see. I'm going to hover. Okay, good job. Okay, believe it or not, we are almost done. So I'm going to break a rule because I want 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 flowers that could take a little bit of sparkle. And so I'm going to use 4 rhinestones that I colored with cherry cobbler. And I'm just going to pop these. First I used 3, like we're supposed to, odd numbers. And I thought, oh, this one just is sad. It really needs, it also needs, okay, simple, beautiful, do it in any color. And then inside, there's just, wait, that's not what I wanted. Here it is. There's a little piece of greenery. Ooh, did you see? I almost stamped that in red. Yikes. Okay, we're just gonna stamp that. Okay, then there are 2 little flowers. Well, obviously I only need 1. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pick up my pad and I'm going to ink just the 1 flower. And then I'm gonna take a piece of tape and put over the other flower, just because I don't want anything to show, just in case I got a tiny bit of ink on it. Okay, there you go. Simple, nice, to the point, beautiful card. Do you see how you could make a lot of these and just put all kinds of different themes? Happy birthday, thinking of you, congratulations. I mean, it could say anything. Okay, so there's that one. Now, let's go back to this one. So now we're going to use several different things. So we're going to start out with real red cardstock. So we'll score this. Okay, 4 1/4. Ouch. Okay, let's put a nice crease in it. Okay, now this time I'm going to use a greeting from a set that a lot of you, I think, bought. Regal Flora. I've been going nuts with this set. And I'm going to use this one, Sending Love Your Way, which I could have used on the other one. Okay, this is what it's going to look like, Sending Love Your Way. So I'm going to take a piece of white cardstock. So you have to do the stamping because I've used painted texture, if you can see that, painted texture embossing folder, but you always need to stamp before you do the embossing folder. So I am going to stamp Sending Love Your Way, kind of at the bottom. I don't know if you can see this, but I have to be able to see what I'm doing. Okay, now I'm going to take just a second and I'm going to go run this through my machine. And you'll hear it because I have an electric one. Okay, here we go. Okay, so that was the painted texture. I really love this embossing folder because it gives you some really interesting texture, but it's not a lot. It doesn't take over the card. So, painted texture. I'm going to find my adhesive. Here it is. Okay, and when you do use the embossing folder, you want to make sure you put plenty of adhesive on it. Okay, so let's put the front on our card. There we go. No, that is not straight. Seriously. Okay, let's try it again. Okay. I know I can do this. Looks good. Okay. All right, so now we've got our front. So what I'm going to be using for the inside, first let's do our stamping. So we're going to end up stamping exactly like we did before. I'm going to apply the pad of Shaded Spruce to my stamp. Ooh, beautiful, distinctive stamping. Then we're going to put on the red. I haven't even stamped this yet in another color. I'm going to look for the hole, and the flower beneath the hole fits on this stem. If you just know that, you're going to be in good shape. Okay, so let me twist this around a little bit. I think that's looking good. Is it? I think so. Okay. Okay, good. All right, now I'm going to take, okay, this is Wildflower Designs, And the dies are actually called Wildflower Designs dies. It's a little bit of a mouthful. So I'm going to cut this out. Let's see. Try to get in as much as you can of the flowers. Okay, let me cut this out. I originally got an electric machine, I don't know, a number of years ago because of my back. I'm so goal oriented. And so when I start on a project, even if my back was hurting, I wouldn't stop. I would just keep going until I was done. And so one day I just did it enough that it hurt my back big time. And so I had to get an electric one. Okay. It's not a Stampin' Up! Electric one. Okay. So here's what we've got. And, okay, watch this. Here's the center. But we need, we need the cute little frame. See the frame? Yep, we can't do without the frame, so let's poke it out. Okay, I'm gonna put this away before I lose it. Oh my goodness, now what are we going to do? We've got two pieces here that need to be stuck together. So I'll show you exactly what we're gonna do. I'm gonna turn it over, gonna line it up just right. Okay, that looks, does that look good? I think that looks good. Okay, hey, I've got new dimensionals here. That's not easy. Okay, all right. So what you're gonna do is put the dimensional right over the center so that's going to hold the two pieces together. So I'm gonna go, I think just one is enough. I'm gonna put one dimensional on each side of this frame so that the pretty scallop is actually going to be attached. Okay, so see, now we pick up the little bit of green here and the tiny bit of green there, and see, if you don't attach it like that, I don't know what you're going to do. Okay, let me just pull these off and throw them straight into the trash. Okay, okay, almost. Okay, now this is ready to go on to this. This is the bigger die that's in the set. And so I already cut this one out. And here's the thing. Whoops, well, it's taped in there. I'm not going to use this part. Let me poke it out so you can see it. I might use it at some point, and I'm going to put this away so I don't lose it. Good job. Okay, see, it actually looks like this, but I don't need this piece right here. So see what I'm doing right here? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount this onto there, onto the red, like that. Ooh, doggy, that is so pretty. Okay, then what I'm going to do is turn it over. I'm going to add dimensionals again, because I just think on this, I don't always add two sets of dimensionals, but this time I think it's really pretty. So it's going to get two sets. Okay, now once again over the trash can. It just works so well for me if I just do this. Just don't make a mess here. Okay, there we go. Now all I have to do is center this onto the card. Make sure I avoid the L in love so it can be seen. And there we go. All right, now I'm going to grab my rhinestones. I'm going to take my cherry cobbler blender brush, and I'm going to be very careful when I color these. I'm going to use a large, medium, and small. So I'm going to just carefully color these, being super careful with my tip so that I don't ruin it. Okay. And then I'm going to use my take a pick, I think. Come on, people. All right. So we're going to go a big one. Hey, it looks like I colored two medium ones. Okay, let's go back. Color a medium one. Well, maybe that was a medium one. Okay, fine. All right, I guess it was medium. Okay, find my medium right there. And then we'll make a small up here right there. Okay, so we're finished with the front. Oh, no, we're not. Oh my goodness, no, we're not. I have to color more. Small, oops, wrong end. I'm gonna color some. Originally when I did this, I just added the rhinestones like I did. And then I thought, ooh, I think maybe it needs a little bit more charm to it. And so I decided to add 3. Come on. I added 3 because you know how we're supposed to always do odd numbers. But then I saw this lonely little flower there. And I thought, no, I'm doing 4. I'm breaking the rules completely. Okay, so pretty simple, right? I really like this card. Okay, I mean the painted texture. Now for the inside, what I'm going to do is just add a piece of white cardstock that's been cut down just 1/4 inch. So it is 4 inches by 5 1/4. Okay, and then I'm going to add the very same little flower in the corner. Nothing too big, but just a little something. And again, I'm going to be really careful. Inking that. And then I'm going to put some tape over it just in case. And stamp it. All right. I like it. Okay, so now we've got 2 cards. The next one I'm just going to show you. And I used a totally different set of dies for this one. Okay, so here's that one. Here is this one. Okay, now this 3rd card, I used the Spotlight on Nature dies. And what happened to them? Here they are. Okay, because I just want to remind you, if you haven't seen the video where I told you this. So I used this die for the white. It's the one, whoops, sorry. It's the one that has a lot of little holes in it. And you will make yourself crazy if you do not take a piece of wax paper and just do this. Just rub over it all the way around like this. You don't have to do it every single time, but when it, and then I just hit it really hard on the edge of my machine and it just all pops out. I never have to poke anything out. But before I remembered to use the wax paper, it was kind of making me crazy. Okay, so this card I kept really simple. Truth be told, I think that this same embossing folder would look very, very pretty on this card, but I'm trying to keep it simple. So I just used the 2 dies from Spotlight on Nature, Sending Lots of Love, and then I did the same little flower inside. Okay, so there you go. You've got all 3. Let's see, maybe I'll do it this way. I think you can. Okay, so I've done the very simple, stepped it up with dies, no embossing folder, and then dies with an embossing folder. So I hope you can see how easy it is. Next week I have a fun fold to show you made with the same set, and I'm going to be playing with the little dies. There's some really interesting little dies that cut out flowers that you can add on top of these, but I thought let's just get started. So here you go. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll look forward to having you with me the next time.